Welcome to Ancient Mysteries Yet to be Solved. Formed around 1450 during the Inca period, this stone complex at an elevation of 2,430 meters stands out with nearly perfect stone-fitting techniques, where massive blocks weighing tens of tons remain stable without mortar for centuries, creating a unique stop in the journey of exploration. About 400 kilometers to the south, a system of drawings dating back to 500 BC stretches over 30 kilometers with more than 300 massive symbols that can only be fully viewed from a 30-minute flight. Combined with the Inti Raymi festival in June and over 45,000 preserved artifacts, turning the journey into an experience of decoding a lost civilization. Now, step into the first destination, where humans turned stone into an eternal symbol. Bagan. A dense concentration of religious architecture with around 2,200 remaining structures out of more than 10,000 ancient temples forms a rare complex in Southeast Asia, highlighted by red brick towers, bell-shaped roofs, and 12th century murals. The Ananda Temple, built in 1105 with a 9.5-meter-tall gold-plated Buddha statue, serves as the central attraction. Formed in the 9th century in the Ayeyarwady River basin and reaching its peak under King Anawrahta, Bagan reflects the strong development of Theravada Buddhism, along with a large-scale monastic system. A standout experience is taking a hot air balloon ride at sunrise to view the entire landscape. The present cultural atmosphere is clearly felt when visitors take part in offering rituals during the Teotihuacan festival in October, allowing direct access to local beliefs while enjoying mohinga and fermented tea leaves, reflecting everyday life. Thousands of structures fading into the horizon leave behind a larger question about the true limits of ancient human capability. Golubac Fortress. At the narrowest point of the Danube River, Golubac Fortress appears like a massive block of stone cutting across the water, where everything begins to tighten before entering the Drvengrad Gorge. Built in the 14th century, this fortress once controlled the entire river trade route. Iron chains were stretched across the water to block ships, turning this place into a point that could not be passed without a cost. The structure clings tightly to limestone cliffs, with 10 towers connected along the slope. From above, the Danube gradually widens and then disappears between mountain ranges, creating a feeling of both vastness and compression. And when the days of Golubac festival takes place, the space takes on a completely different rhythm. The sound of clashing swords, medieval costumes, and small markets. Everything makes the fortress feel less like a ruin and more like it has returned to the time it once belonged to. Ancient cliffs close in silence, but the journey does not stop, as another world slowly emerges through the early morning mist. Petra, Jordan. Hidden in the southern desert of Jordan, Petra was built by the Nabateans from the 6th century BC and flourished in the 1st century BC as a major incense trading hub along a route over 2,000 kilometers connecting the Arabian Peninsula to the Mediterranean. The city stands out with a water system stretching about 25 kilometers, allowing it to adapt to an arid environment. All structures are carved directly into sandstone cliffs, most notably Al-Khazneh at 39 meters high with its intricate Corinthian facade, and Ad-Dir at nearly 45 meters, blending Greek Roman and local styles. The site also includes an 8,000-seat theater and the royal tombs, reflecting the structure of ancient society. The entrance passes through the Siq, a 1.2 kilometers long canyon with rock walls rising over 80 meters and traces of ancient water channels, before opening into the central ceremonial axis. Life here was tied to polytheistic beliefs, expressed at the high place of sacrifice. Today, Petra is transformed at night with more than 1,500 candles. A typical visit lasts half a day, combining climbing stone steps, riding camels, and enjoying the traditional dish mansaf. Massive stone structures once amazed the world, but what comes next goes far beyond ordinary imagination. Baalbek. Located in the Bekaa Valley in Lebanon at an elevation of about 1,170 meters, Baalbek originated during the Phoenician period in the 3rd century BC and was expanded by the Romans in the 1st century AD, becoming a major center dedicated to Jupiter with an extraordinary scale of stone construction. The 22-meter-tall columns of the Temple of Jupiter and its foundation blocks, weighing up to 800 tons, known as the Trilithon, remain an ancient engineering mystery not fully explained. Nearby, the Temple of Bacchus is almost intact with 42 detailed Corinthian columns, representing the peak of 2nd century architecture. Today, Baalbek is not just a ruin, but a living cultural space with the Baalbek International Festival since 1956, where music echoes among ancient structures. Visitors can experience Bekaa cuisine such as kibbeh, explore local museums, and better understand the region's role in trade between the Mediterranean and inland West Asia. when scale is no longer the answer. The journey rises higher, where silent stone faces look down on humanity across thousands of years. Teotihuacan, Mexico. Located on the central Mexican plateau at an elevation of about 2,300 meters. This urban complex formed around 100 BC and reached its peak in the 2nd century, with a population of about 100,000 people, featuring a nearly 4 kilometers long axis aligned with solar cycles. The architectural center includes the Pyramid of the Sun at 65 meters high, built around year 200, the Pyramid of the Moon, closing the northern axis, and the Ciudadela with the Temple of Quetzalcoatl, featuring hundreds of stone serpent heads. Climbing the steep steps reveals volcanic stone construction techniques and elevation changes tied to ancient rituals. The journey along the Avenue of the Dead, about 2 kilometers long, passes temple foundations and residential areas, combined with a visit to the Teotihuacan Museum, displaying green stone masks and obsidian tools, helping visualize the social structure through movement between zones. Life was closely tied to the god Quetzalcoatl and sacrificial rituals, now recreated through spring festivals and light shows. A complete experience often includes hot air balloon rides and tasting pulp. Leaving behind the intersection between humans and gods, another civilization appears, where paradise seems to be recreated on Earth. Angkor Wat. Constructed between 1113 and 1150 under King Suryavarman II, the site is located in northwestern Cambodia, where the Mekong Basin and Tonle Sap Lake create the agricultural foundation of the Khmer Empire. As visitors approach, they can read 162 bas relief panels stretching a total of 800 meters depicting the Ramayana, offering insight into religious thought and royal power. The structure includes 5 towers rising to 65 meters, arranged in a rectangular layout about 1,500 meters long, surrounded by a moat 190 meters wide, demonstrating advanced hydraulic engineering in the 12th century. Walking through the galleries, visitors encounter nearly 3,000 Apsara figures, each carved just a few millimeters deep yet still intact, showcasing the craftsmanship of ancient stone workers. During the Cholk Numth May Festival in April, rituals such as bathing statues and traditional dances take place within the temple, allowing visitors to join locals and understand spiritual connections. Since 1992, UNESCO conservation programs, along with the Angkor National Museum, which holds about 1,000 artifacts, have added depth to the experience. Amid jungle and time, history seems to have fallen asleep, yet some wonders have been pulled back from the edge of disappearance. Drvengrad and Mokra Gora. Formed on Machavnik Hill in the Zlatibor Range in western Serbia. This space emerged in the early 2000s when director Emir Kusturica built a wooden village for filmmaking, later developing it into a cultural destination with a clearly controlled structure. Walking through the area allows direct access to each spatial layer along a central axis. Drvengrad is entirely constructed from wood, featuring houses, a church, a cinema, and a central square, organized like a complete mountain village. During the Kustendorf Film Festival in January, visitors directly experience film screenings and performances within the living space, connecting architecture with artistic activity. Mokra Gora is connected by the historic Shargan 8 railway, about 15 kilometers long, designed in a figure-8 loop to overcome steep terrain. The slow train journey passes through tunnels and wooden bridges, offering a full view of the area while demonstrating how historical infrastructure is preserved within tourism. When a space created for cinema becomes a place for real living and daily activity, how is the boundary between reconstruction and reality truly defined? From the intense sunlight of dry lands, the journey shifts into the darkness of dense forests, where secrets remain unsolved. Palenque. Hidden in the tropical forest of Chiapas State in Mexico, the Palenque site at about 17.5 degrees north latitude and 150 meters above sea level developed between 226 and 799, reflecting Maya power. Visitors approaching the site encounter traces linked to King Pakal, who ruled from 615 to 683 and was buried in the Temple of the Inscriptions, a limestone structure carved with more than 600 historical glyphs. The architecture uses corbel vaults, with steep 45-degree stairways leading to a palace nearly 100 meters long, including a 15-meter-high observation tower used for astronomy. Moving through the central courtyard, visitors experience ritual space on flat stone platforms where sacrifices and events tied to the 260-day calendar took place. The local community maintains the Chao language, helping visitors understand symbolic systems. In August, reenactments of ancient rituals combined with corn and cacao cuisine create an experience that connects history with the present, while visitors recognize the UNESCO heritage value of the site. But these ruins are not the end, because elsewhere, massive stones were raised with purposes that remain debated to this day. Stonehenge. On Salisbury Plain in Wiltshire in southern England, This megalithic complex formed between 3000 and 2000 BC, reflecting an organized prehistoric society. The earliest phase created a circular ditch 110 meters in diameter, followed by the transport of bluestones from Wales 240 kilometers away, showing remarkable engineering ability. Archaeology has recorded more than 50 cremation burials, confirming its important ritual function, allowing visitors on guided tours to clearly feel its ancient spiritual significance. The structure consists of sandstone blocks about 7 meters high and weighing around 25 tons, assembled with mortise and tenon joints to form circular and horseshoe arrangements aligned with the sunrise at the summer solstice and sunset at the winter solstice, demonstrating astronomical knowledge from 4,000 years ago. On June 21st, visitors can witness modern Druid ceremonies and join the distinctive festival atmosphere of England. The Stonehenge Visitor Center displays around 250 artifacts such as stone tools, pottery, and reconstructed Neolithic houses, helping connect the journey with ancient daily life. If you think you have reached the most distant past, what lies ahead is even older, where light itself becomes the key to belief. Newgrange. In the Boyne Valley in eastern Ireland, this passage tomb was built around 3200 BC, older than the Giza pyramids. The mound measures 85 meters in diameter and 13 meters high, surrounded by 97 curbstones, including an entrance stone carved with a distinctive triple spiral motif. A 19-meter passage leads to a central chamber with a corbelled roof that has remained waterproof for thousands of years. At the Brú na Bóinne Visitor Center, visitors can explore reconstruction models and detailed archaeological data. Sunlight enters through a narrow opening above the entrance only during the winter solstice for about 17 minutes, illuminating the central chamber and clearly expressing beliefs about cycles of rebirth and connection to the cosmos. Limited tours allow visitors to directly experience the transition from darkness to light within the enclosed space. Spiral patterns, zigzag lines, and geometric carvings on more than 90 stones reflect complex symbolic thinking linked to burial rituals and time perception of Neolithic inhabitants. The Brú na Bóinne Heritage Site was recognized by UNESCO in 1993, connecting the exhibition center with on-site tours to provide a deeper understanding of ancient Irish cultural values. That light does not exist in just one place, but is perfectly echoed in another civilization on the other side of the world. Glastonbury Tor. In Somerset in southwest England, This hill, about 158 meters high, formed from Jurassic sediments over 200 million years ago and was later considered the sacred island of Avalon by the Celts. Evidence of settlement from the Iron Age around the 1st century BC remains through archaeological layers and ancient pilgrimage routes, creating the feeling of moving through multiple layers of time when ascending the hill. The most prominent structure is St. Michael Tower, rebuilt in 1367, about 30 meters high using local stone. The remaining part of a monastery destroyed after the 1275 earthquake. Standing near the surviving walls, visitors can recognize dry stone construction techniques and medieval religious carvings, while overlooking the Somerset levels, which were once periodically flooded. During the Beltane festival in May, visitors join fire rituals and folk music while tasting local cheddar cheese, creating a cultural experience tied to community traditions. Machu Picchu. At an elevation of 2,430 meters in the Andes of Peru, this site formed around 1450 under Inca ruler Pachacuti, connected to a network of roads stretching 40,000 kilometers. Access by train to Aguas Calientes, followed by climbing 1,600 stone steps, reveals how steep terrain was controlled. The space includes about 200 structures, reflecting a ceremonial and administrative center active until the 16th century. Built from granite stones precisely fitted without mortar, the Temple of the Sun has windows aligned with solstice points, while the Intihuatana, about 1 meter high, functions like an astronomical clock. Agricultural terraces with about 700 steps control rainwater and prevent erosion. Moving through the central plaza clearly shows the separation between elite and labor areas within Inca society. Experiences with the modern Quechua community, the Inti Raymi festival in June recreating sun worship, and cuisine featuring corn, quinoa, and alpaca at the base of the mountain connect past and present directly. From sacred natural landscapes, the journey returns to where humans first began building civilizations. Apollonia. Founded in the 6th century BC as a Greek colony on the Adriatic coast, this ancient city developed strongly in the 3rd century BC as a transit point between Greece and Illyria, with a grid-based urban plan. Moving along ancient streets reveals its commercial role through spatial organization. The center includes the 2nd century BC Bouleuterion with inscribed decrees, an ancient library, and the Apollonia Archaeological Museum displaying statues of Apollo, pottery, and coins. Remaining Doric columns reflect precise limestone construction techniques. Experiences include reconstructed Greek rituals in summer, combined with tasting byrek and goat cheese within the ruins, directly linking past and present. What caused such a thriving city to disappear? Ancient cities rise and fall, and then a great power emerges, leaving an undeniable mark on history. Persepolis. Located about 60 kilometers northeast of Shiraz, this site was founded in 518 BC under Darius I and developed for nearly 190 years before being destroyed in 330 BC. Approaching via grand stone stairways reveals its role as a ceremonial center of the Achaemenid Empire, which controlled about 5 million square kilometers, highlighted by the 10-meter-high Gate of All Nations with reliefs of 23 tribute delegations. The entire complex stands on a platform about 15 meters high, with the Apadana Hall featuring 72 columns nearly 20 meters tall, topped with double bull capitals supporting wooden roofs. Moving among the columns allows visitors to observe construction techniques and spatial proportions rarely seen in the 6th century BC. Cuneiform tablets preserved in the Persepolis Museum provide data on food supplies and administration. Experiences during the Navruz festival in March allow participation in offering rituals recreated within the site. What caused such a powerful center to collapse so suddenly? But not everything magnificent is created by humans. In some places, nature itself is the greatest mystery. Hegra Madain Sali. Located in the Alula region in northwestern Saudi Arabia, this city formed around the 1st century BC under Nabatean control, developing as a transit point on a trade route over 1,500 kilometers connecting Petra with the Arabian Peninsula, while maintaining wells and water channels adapted to desert conditions. Traveling by off-road vehicles through site clusters allows clear recognition of functional spatial distribution. The architecture includes more than 100 tombs carved directly into sandstone, notably Qasr al-Farad, about 22 meters high with a partially completed facade showing stone carving techniques, along with Jabal Ithlib, where the Duan ritual space exists. Approaching each tomb cluster reveals columns, reliefs, and Nabatean inscriptions reflecting social status. From a nearly isolated world, traces of ancient humans appear, carved deeply like messages sent into the future. Faroe Islands. Formed from layers of ancient lava about 55 million years ago, this archipelago lies in the North Atlantic under Danish autonomy, with highly fragmented basalt terrain. Travel by ferry and underwater tunnels allows direct access to the geological and marine structure across different stages. Living spaces adapt to strong winds with grass roof houses and low wooden frames, especially in Kirikuburu, where Kirikubura is still in use. Roads connecting villages and slopes integrate movement with daily life, allowing observation of how people exist in harsh natural conditions. Community life maintains the Faroe language and traditional rituals, clearly seen in late July during the Olavsfesta festival, featuring rowing, music, and parades across urban space, also marking the most active period of inter-island travel. Drawings tell lost stories, but those stone structures raise questions that remain unanswered. Sacsayhuamán. In the Cusco region of Peru, at an elevation of 3,700 meters, this structure formed around 1450 under Pachacuti, demonstrating mortarless stone construction with blocks weighing up to 120 tons. As visitors enter, they recognize three zigzagging walls about 400 meters long, forming layered defensive structures while controlling access to the Inca power center. The interior space is organized with terraces and plazas, each level about 6 meters high, serving rituals and community gatherings. Moving among polygonal stone blocks reveals precise fitting techniques and narrow passages guiding movement, along with areas used for the Inti Raymi ceremony since the 15th century. Ritual reenactments take place annually on June 24th, gathering thousands of participants. By joining the event, visitors understand how the Quechua community maintains traditions through music and clothing, while experiencing cultural values preserved for over 500 years. If that level of technique is already remarkable, the next place will make you look up in the most literal sense. Sigiriya. In central Sri Lanka, a 200-meter high rock was used in 477 under King Kashyapa, combining a fortress and palace with water systems and symmetrical gardens. As visitors approach, they notice the remains of the Lion Gate, once about 30 meters high. Now only the massive stone paws remain. Around 1,200 steps lead to the summit, where the palace foundation and rock-cut water pools still exist. While climbing, visitors observe 5th-century frescoes depicting royal women and the 140-meter-long mirror wall covered with inscriptions recorded over centuries. The site is tied to Buddhist traditions over many centuries, forming a distinctive cultural foundation. Guided tours help visitors understand how communities preserve historical memory while also experiencing spicy local cuisine served during gatherings. From power and defense, the journey shifts toward another path, where architecture becomes a journey of spirituality. Borobudur. Constructed around 780 under the Sailendra dynasty in Java, this structure reflects the peak of Mahayana Buddhism, built from more than 2 million andesite stone blocks interlocked without mortar. As visitors move through the base levels, the scale of construction becomes clear through each layered arrangement. The design includes 6 square platforms and 3 circular terraces, culminating in a central stupa about 35 meters high. A spiral path nearly 5 kilometers long allows observation of 2,672 relief panels depicting the law of karma, creating a movement experience tied to spiritual progression. Activities are closely linked to the Vesak festival, when light rituals take place around lattice stupas containing Buddha statues, combined with visits to the Karma Wibanga Museum displaying original reliefs. How such a massive structure has been maintained for over a millennium remains a question. But across the vast ocean, silent stone faces still exist, as if watching over the world. Easter Island. In the middle of the ocean, about 3,700 kilometers off the coast of Chile, a Polynesian society formed around 1200, developing a belief system centered on ancestor power and sustaining it for centuries before major changes in the 17th century due to resource decline. The Moai system includes 887 statues carved from volcanic rock at Rano Raraku, each averaging 4 meters tall and weighing about 12 tons, then transported to Ahu platforms along the coast. Walking along Ahu Tongariki with 15 restored statues from 1996, visitors clearly feel the ritual spatial organization, where faces are oriented toward settlements as a form of spiritual protection. Cultural life continues through the Tapati Festival in February, where locals compete, perform rituals, and recreate traditional life. The experience extends to the Rapa Nui Museum, with artifacts such as wooden Moai Kavakava figures and carving tools, helping explain how the community adapted and survived in isolation for centuries. Leaving behind that isolation, we step into a place where entire mountainsides have been transformed into a living wonder. Ellora Caves. carved directly into basalt rock in Maharashtra between the 6th and 10th centuries. This complex reflects the intersection of Buddhism, Hinduism, and Jainism across 34 structures. Moving between the caves reveals clear transitions of belief systems through ritual spaces and relief carvings. Cave 16, the Kailasa Temple, was carved from a single rock over about 150 years under the Rashtrakuta dynasty, standing 30 meters high and 82 meters long, demonstrating remarkable top-down carving precision. Visitors often pause before massive columns, sculptures of Shiva, stone elephants, and dense carved corridors, as if an entire mountain has been reshaped by human hands. The cultural space remains active through the Mahashivratri festival held at the temple, where belief and tourism blend naturally. After exploring, visitors can try bakri bread with spicy curry, adding a strong local finish to the experience. And when the journey seems to reach its limit, history quietly speaks again, not just preserved in stone, but still living, breathing, and telling its story. Ollantaytambo. At an elevation of 2,792 meters in the Cusco region of Peru, this settlement dates back to the 15th century under Pachacuti, serving as an administrative center and strategic fortress, notably the site of the 1537 battle where Manco Inca resisted Spanish forces. The terraced structure includes 17 levels of tightly fitted granite stones, each block weighing up to 50 tons transported from a quarry 6 kilometers away, demonstrating advanced terrain engineering. Walking along the terraces, visitors observe the unfinished temple hill, revealing interruptions in construction. The Quechua community maintains traditions for over 500 years, seen through weaving markets and the Inti Raymi festival in June. The Museo Catco displays agricultural tools and ancient pottery, helping explain Inca social structure. The journey exploring ancient mysteries yet to be solved comes to a close here, where at an elevation of 2,430 meters in the Andes, a structure formed around 1450 showcases stone fitting techniques with near-zero error, with blocks weighing tens of tons still holding together for centuries, reflecting architectural thinking beyond its time. Historical traces continue through a system of about 150 structures including temples, ceremonial areas, and living spaces, connected to sun worship beliefs and recreated through the Inti Raymi festival in June, showing how ancient societies organized themselves and preserved cultural identity. From a 30-minute flight observing a system of lines stretching 30 kilometers dating back to around 500 BC, to the Larco Museum preserving 45,000 artifacts, each experience reveals a layer of knowledge, belief, and how humans interacted with space on an unprecedented scale. If you want to explore more fascinating destinations, new journeys, and deeper perspectives on the world, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss upcoming videos. See you in the next journey, and thank you for being part of this one.